Okay, now that we're into December, you're competing every weekend. Just about everybody's schedule started in late December. Week by week strategies, making weight every week is really, really important. Moms and dads, if you're watching this, you got to keep your guy accountable. If you're a guy watching this and you got to be accountable. Coaches, some good rules of thumb, the trial and error that I used over the years, that I still use as a college coach. But I can't emphasize enough, success is going to be much easier if you follow this. Probably might be one of the most important things in all of the 6 months we put together. 9 random do's and don'ts. Number 1, always follow the weight chart. Number 2, Saturday and Sunday will determine your success. Understand 3 key words: discipline, maturity, and nutrition. Number 3, your diet needs to be routine and boring. Being good's boring. Practice time isn't about weight loss. Gosh, this is a big one right here. Okay, the second part of our December video that we're going to talk about here is getting better each week, winning and losing. So you have to have a really, really good attitude, and you got to understand it starts and stops with attitude. So, I can't emphasize it enough. There's nothing else, there's no more to this slide. If you want to improve, getting better each week is about your attitude. Some guys say, well, I was burnt out. You can't be burnt out if you got a good attitude. And I had guys last year that at the end of the year kind of said, well, I'm burnt out. Burnout is a state of mind. Burnout is an excuse. If you come back each week excited, sure, you might get tired. There's a difference between being tired and burnout. Tired, you get a good night of sleep or a couple days off and get a rest. You're not tired anymore. Being burnt out is right here. So the most important thing you got going for you is your attitude. You have to understand win or especially lose. Having a good attitude is. Here's some factors to consider. First off, are you healthy? If you're banged up and really beaten banged up, you probably need to stay off the mat. You probably don't need to get any mat time. Obviously do some cardio, do some lifting, doing some stuff like that, which your body will let you do, but you have to really look in the mirror and decide, am I banged up, am I injured enough to heal up? The holidays are a nice time to heal up. If you're just looking for an excuse, well, that's not the answer either. You need to make sure that your time schedule and what your next competition is works well for your plan, and I'll explain that as we get along here a little bit further. Secondly is your schedule. Like I just mentioned, if you are in a schedule where you compete over the holidays, you go to a holiday tournament, you really don't get much time off, you're competing every week, even over the holidays, you don't need to do much. You probably have organized workouts. You don't need to set a holiday schedule. If you do get a day or two off, you probably need to take a day or two off. Maybe do a little weight control, maybe do some cardio, but as far as getting off the mat, as you can see, I'm kind of leaning towards a break if you are really, really a guy with a busy schedule and a lot of competitions. Thirdly, and again, I'm repeating myself a little bit, is the length of your break. If you, again, I can't say it, if you have a 2 or 3 week break, you really have to orchestrate and put together your own break schedule and training schedule over that holiday, because your high school coach, your middle school coach is probably not going to put that together for you. If you're a high school coach or a middle school coach, you need to give your guys some ideas as to what to do over the holidays. Even I used to write out, if we would take a week off and just get away from the facility for a week, I would kind of write a workout for them where they had some time off there, where they maybe stayed off the mat, but at the same time they were burning calories, and obviously, the big issue is keeping their weight under control. Okay, as we move further along into December, we're now going to tackle college bound, scheduling and getting ready for the SAT and the ACT test. And I've got a great guest speaker here that we're going to switch over to in a minute. Her name is Kayla Dance. She's a guidance counselor at Christiansburg High School down the road 10 minutes from our campus. She's going to talk about everything you need to know in terms of preparation. She's actually going to take you to the website, show you how to register. She's going to give you everything. I've also attached, or I'm going to attach, her slides of her PowerPoint. I think her PowerPoint's real legible and easy to see, but at the same time I want to make sure you have it so you can refer back to it. So enjoy. I can't emphasize enough how important it is for high school wrestlers to take this in. Parents, high school coaches, I can tell you as a high school coach for 18 years, I learned a whole bunch when I got to this level, and I wish I would have known the information that she provides here to help my guys get ready and help my guys go to that next level. We're back with our college bound section of this month, December, and I'm with Kyla Dance, who is a guidance counselor at Christiansburg High School. Now,
and when you get your scores, you will have a score in each section that you tested in: math, reading, and writing. The scores are going to range from 200 to 800, 200 being the lowest, 800 being the highest. How to register for the SAT. You'll want to go to collegeboard.com and create a username and profile to log in and register for the SAT. Once you register, you're going to be asked to pick a place to test. So oftentimes local high schools or colleges will be a testing location, and you can choose to test at that location. Once you register, you will also need to pick colleges or universities that you want your scores to be sent to. The cost is $49 to register for the SAT, and that is due at registration and must be paid on the computer with a credit card or a check card. Now I'm going to take us to the website here and show you a little bit about what collegeboard.com looks like. Okay. This is the collegeboard.com website, and if you're looking for the SATs, go all the way up to the very top left corner and click on that SAT button. Okay. Now on this website you'll find a lot of different things. What we're looking for here is to register for SATs. So, okay. One other option, we talked a lot about the SAT today, but one other option is that students may take the ACT. The ACT is another college exam, college entrance exam, and schools will accept either score. The ACT is also a time test, but it includes a science section, which is different from the SAT, and the writing portion is optional. You do not have to take the writing portion. You'll want to check with the colleges you're planning to apply to see if they require the writing portion on this test. Also, test questions on the ACT are based on the state that you live in and the state curriculum. So in Virginia, the ACT questions are based off of our SOLs, which are the standards of learning set forth by the Virginia Department of Education. Scores on the ACT will range from 1 to 36 ACT, but please, I encourage you to meet with your school counselor to talk about more specifics at your school. They can help you sign up, talk to you about fee waivers, and help you do some college searches and find out exactly what kind of scores your colleges are looking for. But this is absolutely very, very important. So those sophomores and juniors out there, make sure that you're signing up to test soon. Any seniors, it's not too late to get in the game. Just register for the next available test date. So thanks very much.
Okay, we're going to go to our video of the month here in December. I'm excited to let you sit in on an actual video review session with one of my wrestlers. Devin Carter is our 133-pounder at Virginia Tech. He's currently ranked 5th in the nation. You're going to get to watch us review 2 different videos. The first one is a match he wrestled a couple weeks ago against Penn State. As you notice, or as you will notice by watching it, there's some things we needed to fix, and I think Devin saw it firsthand. I think watching video, win or lose, is a good thing. It's obviously a lot easier to watch it when you win, and he won this match, but not in the way that we think he can win a match, and we'll point that out, and I think you'll get a pretty clear picture of that. The second match that we watch is actually a match between the 2nd and the 4th ranked guy at his weight that happened to just wrestle in a dual meet in the last 2 weeks. So we're going to watch the 2nd and the 4th ranked guy. Remember, he's the 5th ranked guy, and he's got a chance to compete against both those guys later this month at the Midlands Championship in Chicago. So we need to be ready for both those guys, so we're going to try to learn as much as we can from both these individuals. 2 and 4 wrestling, and 5 watching. Good stuff. Okay, moving on in December, it's time for our technique of the month. And we're going to specifically focus on bottom this particular month with our technique. Ankles. And what else? Leg. Grab, yeah, that's more of a leg thing. We're going to do legs. That's good. We're going to do anything with legs right now here. All right, guy goes to my ankles. Waist and ankle. You're going to go far side. You're going to go waist and ankle right here. I'll go to this side. Top man, sit. Top man on a boot. Waist and ankle. Got that waist and ankle tough. He knows what he's doing. He gets directly behind me. He gets more leverage. He gets behind me. He tries to put my foot up my butt. Anytime somebody grabs your ankle, whatever ankle it is, the very first thing you got to make sure you do is don't let your toe leave the mat. If you let your toe leave the mat, then he's got leverage. He can drive you forward. If he gets his weight behind you, he's strong. He's going to put you down. He's going to at least get your weight forward. Once he gets your weight forward, legs come, chops come, everything comes. You got to make sure that you use your hands. So, waist and ankle. Ready to go. Ooh, he picks it up. Right then and there, my hands got to get involved. I got to push back till my toe goes back in the ground. Once my toe goes back in the ground, I pivot. I call this wheel. I pivot. I control the wrist. I'm out. Really, it's good. It's almost like an easy escape. If you got a guy that picks ankles and you can get his wrist, it's really like you're ticking out. I like wrestling guys to get my ankles because I always knew where their wrist was. And I could always, once I got it, it's really, really simple. It's easier to beat a guy like that than a guy that jumps around legs, stuff like that. Again, bottom man set, top man on, go. Right here, here's what you guys are gonna do. Here's the 90% you're gonna do. You're gonna get right here and you're gonna go like this. What did I do wrong? Now it's even easier for me to bring it down. Because I only got one hand in the mat. What did I do wrong? I should have pushed back and got my toe in the mat. This is what makes you get out in almost everything in the bottom. These are the two most important things you got. Your hands. If you keep your hands in the mat, you're really, really going to be hard to beat. Once your hands start going off the mat, he starts taking limbs off the mat, you're in trouble. Bottom man set. So everything's got to go back. Just about everything's got to go back. Top man on, go. Gets me forward a little bit, you got to beat that pressure back. Back here, back here, back here. Put it out. Other side. Bottom man set. Top man on, go. Picks it up. All right, that's okay, you're all right. Unless you do this. Now, I got double pressure back here. When you do this, you've lost half your pressure back. Now you're really in trouble. I got to push back till my toe hits the mat. Once my toe hits the mat, I pivot, wheel, kiss my knee, then I know I'm out. Simple. 1, 2, 3.